Have you ever looked at your children, perhaps while they were screaming at each other over a plastic dinosaur in your living room in Chicago or Los Angeles, and wondered, what if this relationship becomes the strongest support system they will ever have in their entire lives? Most parents have this beautiful, idyllic dream of their kids growing up as best friends, protecting each other, and standing shoulder to shoulder against the world. But the reality for many American families today is far from that. Instead of a support system, the home feels like a battlefield, filled with jealousy, comparison, and constant bickering. Here is the hard truth you need to hear. Sibling love is not automatic. It is not something that just happens because they share 50% of their DNA. Sibling love is built intentionally, brick by brick, through the parenting decisions you make every single day. In this episode, I'm going to share powerful child psychology insights and research-backed strategies that will help you move your children from being rivals to being lifelong allies. We aren't just talking about stopping the fighting for 10 minutes so you can finish your coffee. We are talking about the long game. We are talking about whether your children will be strangers who only see each other at funerals 30 years from now, or if they will be the first person the other calls when life gets hard. Let's dive into why sibling rivalry happens, the hidden habits that are accidentally poisoning their bond, and the exact 4-week protocol to turn your home into a sanctuary of cooperation. Did you know that nearly 65% of parents in the United States admit to having a favorite child, even if they would never say it out loud? And here's the kicker. Children are experts at sensing that energy. Sibling rivalry isn't just kids being kids. It's a biological survival mechanism. In the wild, siblings compete for limited resources, food, and protection. In a modern suburban home, the resource they are fighting for is you, your attention, your approval, and your love. Let's look at a common situation. Imagine you're in your kitchen in a quiet neighborhood in New York. Your 6-year-old Leo is building a tower. Your 4-year-old Maya walks over and knocks it down. Leo screams and hits her. You rush in and say, "Leo, don't hit. She's just little. Be the bigger person and share." What did Leo just hear? He heard that his feelings don't matter, his hard work was expendable, and Maya gets a pass because she's younger. You just planted a seed of resentment. Or consider the comparison trap. You're at a soccer game in a sunny park in Irvine. You say to your son, "Why can't you focus like your sister does? She's already got 2 goals." You think you're motivating him. In reality, you just told him that his sister is his competitor, not his teammate. You've turned your love into a trophy that only one person can win. This is why they fight. They are fighting for their worth in your eyes. Research from the University of Illinois shows that when parents use social comparison as a tool, sibling aggression increases by over 40% within just a few months. This creates a culture of zero-sum love. If you win, I lose. Why is this so incredibly important right now? Because we are in the golden period of their brain development. The way your children interact between the ages of 3 and 12 literally hardwires their neural pathways for conflict resolution and empathy. If they learn that the person closest to them is a threat, they will carry that scarcity mindset into their adult friendships, their marriages, and their careers. If you miss this window, the consequences can be heartbreaking. By the time they hit their 20s, the roles you've cast them in, the smart one, the troublemaker, the quiet one, become cages they can't escape. They stop seeing each other as people and start seeing each other as the labels you gave them. Think of it like a garden. If you plant 2 trees too close together and only water one, the other will wither or grow crookedly to find the light. But if you nourish the soil and give them space to thrive together, their roots will intertwine and hold each other up during the storms of life. A study by the American Psychological Association found that siblings who had a high-quality bond in childhood showed significantly lower rates of depression and anxiety in their 40s. They had a built-in safety net that no therapist or friend could ever fully replace. This isn't just about a peaceful house today. It's about their mental health for the next 50 years. So, how do we fix it? In top-tier developmental psychology circles, we use what's called the teammate protocol. This isn't about forced sharing or making them apologize when they don't mean it. It's about shifting the family culture from competition to cooperation. The core principle is simple. Never let one child win at the expense of the other. In most homes, when kids fight, the parent acts as a judge. You listen to the evidence, you find the guilty party, and you hand down a sentence. You took the toy. Go to your room. In the teammate protocol, you are not a judge. You are a mediator. Instead of saying, "Who started it?" which is a question that invites lying, you say, "It looks like we have 2 kids and 1 truck. That's a big problem. How are you 2 teammates going to solve this?" This works because of a psychological mechanism called superordinate goals. When 2 people who don't get along are forced to work together to achieve a common objective, their hostility evaporates. It's why sports teams bond so tightly. We need to create those team moments in the mundane parts of life. For example, instead of saying, "Whoever cleans their room first gets a cookie," you say, "Once the playroom is clean, the whole team gets to watch a movie. You guys decide who does what." Suddenly, the older child is helping the younger one pick up blocks because they are on the same side. Does this actually work? Let's look at the hard data. A longitudinal study from the Gottman Institute followed 120 families over 10 years. They found that families who practiced emotion coaching and collaborative problem solving, the foundations of our protocol, saw a 70% reduction in physical sibling aggression. Group B, who used traditional punishment and reward systems, actually saw an increase in stealth aggression, the kind of mean-spirited pinching or whispering that happens when parents aren't looking. Dr. Adele Faber, a world-renowned expert and author of Siblings Without Rivalry, notes that when we acknowledge a child's negative feelings about their sibling instead of dismissing them, the child no longer feels the need to act those feelings out. If a child says, "I hate my brother," and you say, "No, you don't, that's mean," the anger stays bottled up. But if you say, "Wow, it sounds like you're really frustrated that he touched your Legos again. It's hard to have a little brother sometimes," the tension breaks. The child feels seen, and the need to hit his brother disappears. Now, let's get practical. I want to give you a 4-week checklist to transform your home. This is the teammate protocol in action. Week 1, stopping the bleeding. Week 2, the power of validation. Week 3, collaborative problem solving. Now we get them working together. When a conflict arises, use the mediator script. Say, "We have one iPad and 2 people. I'm going to the kitchen. When you two have a plan that you both feel is fair, come and tell me." The first few times, they will just sit there and glare. That's okay. Resist the urge to fix it for them. By the 3rd or 4th day, you'll hear them negotiating. "Okay, you have 10 minutes, then I have 10 minutes. When they come to you with a solution, praise the team. "Wow, you guys worked that out like a real team. I'm so impressed with your brainstorming." Week 4, autonomy and support. Imagine a Tuesday evening. Normally, this is when the bedtime battles start. But after 4 weeks of this protocol, instead of screaming, you see your older child helping the younger one find their pajamas, because they know that if they both get ready in 10 minutes, they get an extra 5 minutes of story time together. That is the shift. From me versus you to us versus the problem. Remember, your children are going to have the longest relationship of their lives with each other. Long after you are gone, they will have each other. The question is, will they be competitors or will they be lifelong teammates? Building this bond isn't about perfection. You will still have bad days. There will still be shouting. But if you are intentional, if you use these strategies, you are giving them a gift that will last a lifetime. You are giving them a best friend for life. If you found this helpful, please subscribe and share this with another parent who might be struggling with the sibling war zone. We're all in this together, trying to raise thoughtful, emotionally intelligent humans. Because raising great children isn't about luck, it's about intentional parenting. See you in the next episode.